Hello. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of doing a Sephora sale recommendations video, I am going to look at my Sephora sale recommendations video from last summer when they did that summer VIB sale, and see if I still agree with my recommendations. And my wish list. See if I even bought the stuff that I said I was going to buy. So before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed before you leave and give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out. And then you can follow me on my makeup related Instagram. All that stuff is always down below. Let's dive right in. Am I in focus? Yes. Okay, I'm just going to skip through the beginning part. Okay, so let's see what I recommend. Let's start with eyeshadows. This is the time when you're going to want to buy the things that you normally wouldn't buy, aka Natasha Denona, aka Pat McGrath. Even Urban Decay is up there. So the first is this Natasha Denona. I think it's called, I definitely think that the Beba palette is A+. I think it has all the shades you'll need. If you're an avid makeup lover, it's a great palette. If you're a beginner and for some reason you have $129, it's one palette that has a ton of shades that you need. You don't need to buy like a ton of palettes. So I agree with that. I think it was, yeah, it was in my, I put recommendations on my story on Instagram, and I linked some products in my Like to Know It, and that was one of them. So I agree that that one's really good. I think it's called the Beba palette. Still not sure. Palette. It's so pretty. Retails, I believe, for $129. It's really expensive, and it comes with a huge mirror. So, oh, but yeah. So this is really versatile. Look at me putting in a tutorial in the video. It's a magnetic close in as well. Probably good for travel. I agree that palette's really good. Okay. But yeah. Yes. Another pricey palette is the Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership 5 palette. I love that palette too. That pink shade is gorgeous. I did a whole tutorial using that palette as wedding guest makeup. It's so good. I highly recommend. That one's $125. With the Natasha Denona one, you do get more shades for the money. And for the Pat McGrath one, you're kind of like paying for packaging and like a special formula. So they're very different though. I would still say, like, if you have a bunch of money to spend and you want to splurge, definitely buy both. But if you don't have enough, if you don't have a lot of money and like you really just want one of the palettes, I'd probably stick with the Beba palette because that's one you're probably going to use a lot more frequently than the Mothership 5. They're so pretty. Oh my god, look at those. Those are so pretty. Really like this, but I think this is a great travel palette because it has everything you would really need. So for this one, I still like this palette. People are controversial about it. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I think this is a great travel palette. And if you had to pick between the three and you didn't have a lot of money, the Urban Decay covers all your bases. It has colors, it has mattes, it has shimmers, it has everything you would need. It has a mirror too, which is, it's great for travel. It's super sturdy packaging. The shadows aren't super soft, so they're not going to rattle and break. I did take it traveling, and I definitely agree that this one is still a great palette. Some people don't like it, but I'm not one of those people. But next one is the Melt Cosmetic Smoke Sessions palette. So this is a very delicate palette. Mine actually came with this shade Shattered, so I'm not going to hold it up all the way, but it's kind of like a green and gold. Now these have beautiful shades. I didn't recommend it this year because I honestly haven't used it that much this year or in the past like probably like 6 months or so. It is a great palette. I love the Melt formula. I did just buy their Rust palette, so if that video is up before this one, I will link that for you, but if not, stay tuned. There's a first impression on the Rust palette heading your way. But yeah, this one's great. I just don't think it's for like the average consumer. I think this is for like a makeup junkie, someone who loves colorful eyeshadows. It's not going to be an everyday palette, and I didn't include it this year. But it's relatively cheap. It's less than like, I think it's $52 or $58. You get I think you get 8 shades. So, but the Melt formula is not great to travel with because they are very, very soft. And both of my palettes I've gotten from Sephora have come broken. So just keep that in mind if you're going to buy a Melt palette. They're so pretty though. Oh my god. Oh, those are gorgeous. The Huda Beauty, it's the Obsessions like line. So I have the Smoky. Yeah, so that one is a great palette. However, I cannot find it on the Sephora website. I'm gonna look right now because I was looking for it the other day to actually include it in my Sephora recommendations and I couldn't find it. So let me just double check real quick. I don't know if maybe they discontinued it, but they have their other palettes up. So I don't know if it was just me. Yeah, all of these Obsessions palettes say limited edition on them, and I do not see the smoky one listed here. I don't know. They must have been limited edition. I did not know that, but so it is a great palette, but I don't think you can get it anymore, so I'm just going to skip through. Yeah, so the Too Faced Peach Perfect, I bought this during the last sale. I love that foundation so much. I actually picked up a darker shade in that foundation for my self tan color because I love, love, love that foundation. It's so good. I still use that one. I don't go through it that often because I have like darker shades for my self tan color, but it's really good. It has a slight scent. It doesn't bother me. I know some people are very sensitive to scents, but it doesn't bother me. It is so and it doesn't break me out. Oh my god. I need to get a lighter color because this is my self tan color, so I can. So I couldn't ever find the perfect lighter color. I know they extended the range a little bit, but I had the shade, I think I had Swan, I think I had Almond at one point. Like, I just could not find the right shade that's lighter. And I almost picked up a lighter shade this time around, but I stopped myself because I was like, I have so many other light foundations. Let me just buy the darker shade, and then like that's my dark shade. You know what I mean? So I didn't buy a lighter shade. I was going to pick up the shade Marshmallow and see if that worked, but I ended up not. Hourglass, the Vanish Stick Foundation. This usually retails for like $46. So I definitely think picking up Hourglass. I love that foundation too. It's very, very dewy. I like it for my combo skin, but I can't wear it like for 15 hours without something happening. Like I need to powder or like just doesn't look the best. But for short periods of time, oh, so good. It makes your skin look so smooth. It's definitely good. Hourglass is very pricey. Definitely wait for a sale to pick up that stuff. And that product, it doesn't have a lot of product in it. It only has like less than half of an ounce or something, and it's for $46. And it's worth it, first of all. But second of all, I still have the same one I'm talking about in this video that's from, like, when is this from? August of 2019. So I don't go, I mean, but I do have a bunch of foundations, so I'm not, like, using one every day. But I don't go through that often. I'm not going through one. So it's very good. It's very good. I have the shade Porcelain, and it's almost an exact match. The Jouer blushes are very good. I have only this one. I don't know why I'm saying they're very good. But, oh, hey, what are you doing here? I just picked this up recently, not during the sale. I had a $100 Rouge credit to use, so I picked this up with it. So good. I recommend that one. That's in the shade Adore Me, and I recommend this Rose Cut Gems blush and cheek topper palette. It's $39. You get 6 blushes, a topper slash like highlighter thing. It is so good. It comes with a mirror. The packaging is great. You can flip it back. It's so good. Highly, highly, highly recommend Jouer blushes. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been like, it's been in like 5 of my last 7 posts. It's so good. Okay. All right. Just got this recently, so it's not really a recommendation as more of a you should try this out kind of thing. Get a sample. It's the Becca Hydra Set. What is this called? The Hydra Mist Set. It's the coolest powder ever. Now, mine's a little bit old at this point, so it's not doing like the same thing. I still think it sets my makeup. I don't know that it's like my favorite ever, but I like it. It's not bad at all. I like the packaging, but when you put it on your face, it almost feels like wet. Like that's like the hype around it. But like after a while, that feeling goes away because it's like getting older, you know what I mean? So I don't think I would recommend that now. That's like the first product that I haven't recommended. Fresh powder. It's the coolest freaking powder ever. Packaging is pretty great. I said the same things about it though. The packaging's great. It has this little flip top thing here, so all the powder stays in there. But but it's the coolest freaking sensation ever. Another powder I want to talk about is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. This is awesome. I don't think this really mattifies that much, but if you deal with that was in my recommendations this year on my Instagram stories. I love that stuff. I think it's a great last step if you put all your makeup on and you're like, oh, my pores look really bad today. You kind of just pop that on and it takes care of it. I don't really use it as like a setting powder per se. I use it more of like targeting, trying to minimize pores. I will use it as a setting powder, but that's not like my number one reason for using it, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling the same way about most of these products. Infused complexion prep spray. I don't think they make anymore, but whatever is this most. I don't think I recommended any setting sprays. I love the complexion sprays by Urban Decay. Yeah, I do still love that one. I think I still have it. I haven't used a lot of it. I've been focusing on the Smashbox primer water, but that one's good. And then the other one I'm going to talk about is the Too Faced. Then the Too Faced Hangover RX. I'm probably going to pick up a full size of this. I love this so much. I didn't pick up a full size, but I ran out of that and I never repurchased it, so I don't know how great it is. I liked it. I liked it with my Estee Lauder foundation because that one's like super, super matte. I liked using that to kind of melt everything down and like make it less matte, but other than that, I really didn't use it you know, on an everyday basis, so I probably wouldn't pick that up again very soon. Especially with my very, 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 very matte foundation. I love it. I.e. Estee Lauder Double Wear. It definitely helps with matte foundations. This Sunday Riley CEO Glow. This is the turmeric. Vitamin C and turmeric oil. This is amazing. I've had this. Yes, I love this stuff. I still have that same bottle, but I freaking love that stuff. So that's how much I've used. And like I filmed that last August. I don't use it a ton, but I freaking love this stuff. I think it helps a lot. It does get a little messy. Like this one looks a little gross, but yeah. I really do enjoy that. And I did put that in my recommendations this year as well. A couple more things, I keep saying that, but the Bite Beauty lipsticks, these multi-sticks they are so good. I forgot about them. I highly recommend picking these up. Wearing this shade right now, it's called Mascarpone. I love that shade. It magnetically clips, but mine broke actually. But yeah, this packaging's great. I love the packaging's great, but mine broke. It has amazing stuff. So fun fact. So I got the 2 of those shades for my birthday, I think. And then my purse was stolen and one of them was in there and I actually went out and bought another one of them because I loved that shade so much. So fun fact. This Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. I think you should definitely go swatch these in store. They're not like the most amazing things you've ever seen. I agree. I still agree. But they are really, really cool and I like how my eyes turn out. They are pretty. They're for like no makeup days, which I don't really do those a lot. I like putting on a ton of makeup, mostly because I feel so guilty about having so much makeup that I want to put on as much as I can at a time. But yeah, they're not anything extraordinary, which I basically said here. But I do like them and I do use them. They're just cream eyeshadows, you know? It is expensive for a little cream eyeshadow. Moving on to my wish list. So I want to get the new Pat McGrath foundation, and it's strictly because I want to review it. Like, I'm not like dying to I did not pick that up. I didn't end up. It's so expensive. It's like $65. I want to try the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette. I did pick that up, and I did actually pick up a second one and did a giveaway with it. I'm pretty sure. Have a Jouer Cosmetics Rose Gold Blush Bouquet Dual Blush Palette Mini. I did not pick that up. It still does look beautiful though. I also have the Beauty Blender Glow All Night Flawless Face Set. I did pick this up. And I do not like the setting spray that it came with. I like the powder puff. Obviously, I like the Beauty Blender, but that dewy spray, oh my god. I did not like that at all. I still have it, I just don't use it. I want to try the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Foundation and the Correcting Concealers. I did pick both of them up. The concealer shade is a little bit light for me, so I really never use it. And the foundation shade is just a hair dark for me, but I like it. I do like that foundation, but it is just a little bit dark, so I don't really wear it that often. Kaja has a Wink stamp wing eyeliner set. It has a, I don't even know why it would have been on my list. I did not pick that up. And I kind of want to try that out. It's only $25. And then I also have the Anastasia Luminous Foundation and the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. I probably won't get the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, but it's in my cart right now. I did not pick either of them up. All right, so let's see what I actually bought last year during the sale. Because I obviously bought the Beauty Blender thing, and I bought the Naked Foundation. Oh. I got the Marc Jacobs Sequins Glam Glitter Eyeshadow. I still have that. I got the Anastasia Powder. I still have that. And I got the this Amika gift. And I actually just finished. I was like saving that. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I just finished that like charcoal like scalp like shampoo. I just finished it, so. Alright, well that concludes this video. I hope that was kind of interesting. Yeah, I had fun. I think I mostly agreed with myself. I think like most of my feelings remain the same, only slight changes, but yeah, so that was fun. So let me know that you liked it by giving it a thumbs up, and then recommend some video ideas down below while you're there, and subscribe. Alright, so thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!